Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports MLB Rundown, picks and predictions for Friday, August 22nd, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, got to look at the previous day's results. Thankfully, we did not get shelled. Made a little bit of money. I think it was literally like $7 because we hit a nice plus 120. Brings our season record to 536 and 510. I'm going to recap these games real quick, then we'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. Game number one, it was the Brewers plus 120 on the money line at the Chicago Cubs. I did not check the score of this game until later tonight. Kyle Tucker played. Interesting decision, considering when you took Kyle Tucker out of the lineup after the first game of this series, you won 3 games in a row. Then you bring him back in for the final game, and he goes 0 for 4. Maybe not the best decision there. Also, Ian Happ played. I think Ian Happ is very bad at baseball. I just don't get why you're bringing back in Kyle Tucker for a final game of the series against a pitcher such as Quinn Priester, who has proven to be good, thus shattering more so the confidence of Kyle Tucker. I have questions, Craig Counsell. Our next winner, 1 game, 2 bets. Athletics plus 100 on the money line, over 8.5 runs. Why is this Twins team a favorite ever? They were favored in this game, minus 120, and they lost 8-3. Athletics, 12 hits, 8 runs. Twins, 5 hits. Shout out to Jack Perkins. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. The Twins ends up throwing Jose Urena, 5 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned. This Twins team is awful. We are betting against them tomorrow. They play the White Sox, and once again, they are favored in a baseball game. Make that make sense. Final game, we had the over, 8.5 runs, and the Astros and the Orioles. I think this is technically still going on. It is still going on. The score is currently Houston 7, Baltimore 2. So I'm going to chalk this one up to a big fat loser for the O's. Our losers on the day, we had the Cubs over 7 runs. That was no bueno. Milwaukee won the game 4-1. Really not much happened. I mean, you had Shota Imanaga go 7 innings of 3 hit, 2 earned baseball for the Cubs. Really good. Then their bullpen came in, gave up some runs. Quinn Priester only went 4 innings, giving up 3 hits and 1 earned. Then their bullpen came in and gave them 5 innings of shutout baseball. Quite impressive for a bullpen that was being used a lot the previous days. So shout out to the Brewers, but you killed my over. Then we had this bet, Giants plus 150, under of 8 runs. It was looking really good up until it wasn't. Giants had a 2-0 lead heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. By the end of the 5th inning, they were losing 8-2. Verlander, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 7 earned runs. They were hitting it, and they were hitting it hard. Not a single home run for this Padres team throughout their 8-run onslaught. So that hurt. I thought there'd be at least one dinger. No dingers, though. Single, sac fly, single, double, single, single. And that is how you score 8 runs. And finally, we have the Orioles minus 110. Maybe by some miracle they come back and win this game, but considering it is 7-2, now going into the 9th, I do not think so. So that is how we go 4-4. Brings our season record 536 and 510. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. All right, so kind of like the WNBA video from yesterday, I'm going to go pretty quick during these predictions. Just during the weekdays, I really don't have the time to go as in-depth as I would talking. So I'm going to get these moving. I'm going to take the Mets on the road minus 110 and the under of 8.5 runs. This is simply me just backing Nolan McLean. 1-0, 0 ERA in his first ever start. This dude is nasty. He throws this like sweeper to right-handers, which is absolutely disgusting. You're not making contact at it if you swing. You just have to recognize it out of his hand and then pull the bat back. Do not swing, because if you do, you're not hitting the ball. Braves have Joey Wentz. I don't know much about Joey Wentz. 4-3, 4.72 ERA. Last time these teams met, it was literally a week ago. Braves went into New York, took 2 out of 3 from the Mets. I like this as a revenge spot with a better pitcher on the mound. Mets need to start winning baseball games. They just lost a road series to the Nationals. You cannot drop back-to-back road series against two teams who aren't making the playoffs. Give me the Mets. Give me the under. Next game, I'm going to do it once again. Give me the Orioles, minus 115. This time the line jumped up. It is over 9.5 runs with two pitchers who aren't very good. Lance McCullers, 2-4, 6.90 ERA. Going up against Cade Povich, 2-6, 4.98 ERA. Main thing here is that the Houston Astros are just going to have to prove it to me that they can win 2 games in a row. They've been struggling a lot recently. I don't trust them on the road. The Orioles honestly haven't looked awful. Yeah, they got schmacked around in game 1, but prior to that, they were actually playing semi-decent baseball. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games. Prior to this series, they went and swept the Red Sox in a 2-game series. They beat this Astros team in Houston just 3 days ago. They won a home series against the Mariners. This team's kind of messing around and finding out. So I will take them at minus 115 and the over 9.5 runs. Next game, this has to be the most absurd line I've seen. White Sox are catching plus 115 at home. I'm also taking the over or under 8.5 runs. Twins have Zebby Matthews on the mound, 3-4, 5.06 ERA. Going up against former Guardians pitcher Aaron Savali, 3-8, 4.88 ERA. Someone explained to me why the Twins are minus 145. Minnesota, they've lost 3 in a row. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games. On the road this season, they're 25-38 straight up. Now the White Sox are 45-82. But what if I told you at home they weren't that bad? They're just 26-36 straight up. The only thing that kind of does scare me, divisional record for the White Sox, 9-27 against AL Central teams. That is not ideal. But considering how bad this Twins teams have been playing, you cannot lay a number with them. Their most recent games at home, they got swept by the Athletics. They lost 6-3, 4-2, 8-3. So they got outscored 18-8 in a home series against one of the worst NL teams in the league. AL teams in the league. I keep on thinking the A's are NL, but they're just not. Give me the White Sox. Give me the under. Twins suck. Next game, I don't even have to look at my notes for this. I already know what's going on. Guardians. You never back the Guardians as a favorite. You always back the Guardians in games they have no business winning. This is exactly that. We just lost a road series to the Diamondbacks. Our heads are mentally in the dumpsters. Our lineup is horrible. Look at the bottom of it. Bo Naylor, our starting catcher, is batting 5th, hitting a $180. 180. Our best bat in the bottom half of our lineup is a dude we just called up from the AAAs a month ago, hitting 240. Angel Martinez has fallen off the face of a cliff. Brian Roque is actually not swinging a bad bat right now. Gabby Arias is too unpredictable. Kyle Manzardo's kind of been kicking ass, I'm not going to lie. Jose is Jose. Schneemann jumped off the cliff with Angel. Steven Kwan's not doing great, not doing horrible. He's just kind of middling. But this is the exact kind of game the Guardians will win. Slade Cicconi's gotten rocked in his 2 most recent starts. Throw that away. He gets back right now. Nathan Eovaldi has a 1.76 ERA. This is exactly the kind of guys that the Guardians are going to kill. Guardians jump out, quick 3-0 lead. We win the game 5-3. It gets close at the end. Cade Smith almost blows it, but he doesn't. Guardians win, plus 140. Bueno. Final game, I'm going to take the Red Sox plus 140. I'm going to take the over, 8.5 runs. Really good matchup here. My main angle, fading Max Fried. You may look at the 12-5, 3.26 ERA and think, oh wow, this dude's going to absolutely shove. You'd be wrong. He's been getting absolutely murdered in his recent starts. Most recent games, he gave up. Are you sitting down? Because you should be. 7 runs to St. Louis, 4 to Houston, 4 to Texas, 2 to Tampa Bay, 4 to Toronto, 4 to Chicago, 3 to New York, 4 to Toronto. He has given up 3 or more runs in 8 out of his last 9 starts. This dude is buns. Brian Bayo, his recent starts also really haven't been that great, so I do like the over here a lot. Bayo's most recent starts, he gave up 2, 5, 0, 1, 3, 3. So not nearly as bad as Fried, but I just don't understand why the Yankees are laying a $1.75 with a dude who's been getting shelled. So I will take the Red Sox, and I will take the over. All right, that's going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.